Instagram bans are wiping out accounts in the space right now, and most of the people getting hit have no idea what type of ban they're dealing with, which means they're handling it completely wrong. At Covalent, we've been through this. We've tracked over hundreds of bans in a single spreadsheet, ran the data, built a proper system around it, and the thing we kept seeing was this: the faster you diagnose what you're actually dealing with, the faster you take action, the better your odds of getting the account back. In this video, I'm going to break down the 5 types of Instagram bans, the actual recovery odds for each one, and the exact step-by-step process we use from the moment a ban hits to getting the account back, to making sure new ones don't end up in the same position. If Instagram is part of your traffic strategy, which it should be, this is worth understanding properly. There are 5 types of Instagram bans. Each one has a different cause, different severity, and completely different recovery path. Getting these confused is how people waste weeks chasing the wrong fix. Ban type 1, account integrity ban, triggered by a cross-posting issue or a technical setup problem. Instagram has flagged something in the way the account is configured, the tools connected to it, how it's posting, how it's structured. This is a setup problem, not a content problem. And that distinction matters a lot because the fix is completely different. Ban type 2, fraud and deception ban. Recently added by Instagram, it is currently wiping out accounts in the industry right now. Getting triggered by this problem with your links, your content, or if Instagram detects stuff like AI mass messages and stuff on your account. The recovery rate on this one is under 5%. The worst one of the 5, this one is I would definitely avoid at all costs. Ban type 3, community guidelines ban. The most common hard ban triggered by content that's too provocative. Something in what you posted got flagged, not the content itself. This is a content problem. Out of all the full account bans, this one has the best recovery odds, which is exactly why your content directly affects your account longevity. Action blocker. Not a full ban, it limits your ability to interact. You can't follow, like, comment, or DM at scale. Now, this is commonly caused by inauthentic signals or too many mass actions. Too many follows, too fast DM blasting, aggressive activity on the account is a classic mistake made by a lot of people. Shadow ban kills your reach without touching your account. Everything looks normal on your end, but your content stops being distributed to non-followers. Usually a mix of content and setup issues, which is why diagnosing it correctly requires looking at your tracking data. The good news, it's the most fixable. Under 24 hours if you handle it correctly. Recovery win rates. Here's what actually matters. You ranked easiest to hardest. Shadow ban, easiest. Resolvable in literally under 24 hours. No appeal process usually needed. Community guidelines. 40 to 50% appeal win rate. Best odds of the hard ban. Action blocker. 30 to 35% recovery rate via appeal. Account integrity, 20 to 25% win rate. It's relatively new and the process isn't dialed yet. Fraud and deception, under 5%. If you've got this one, well, let's just say you're in a tough spot. With all 4 of the hard bans, you're usually better off outsourcing to a meta rep, for example. A failed DIY appeal can hurt your chances on a second attempt, and the cost of waiting weeks while the account is frozen, lost revenue, lost momentum, and audience decay. All of this is real. Going straight to a professional is almost always the better play. The system, what to do when a ban hits. This is where most people go wrong. They panic, they guess, they take random action and make things literally worse. What you need instead is a system. Here's ours. Step 1, track everything. Be the detective. The moment a ban hits, before you do anything else, screenshot everything. Error message, the date, the time, the device the account was on, the SIM card that was being used at the time. Then put them into a tracking sheet. I know it sounds painful, but this is exactly what allowed us at Covalent to start seeing patterns, and patterns are what let you actually fix the problem. Rather than guessing, after tracking over hundreds of bans in a single spreadsheet, we are able to identify which setup, which content types, and which behaviors were causing what. Thinking of yourself as a detective, Instagram always gives you a hint on about why the ban actually happened. Your job is to collect the data, read it, and assess it. Now, if you're looking for a free data collection sheet for Instagram unbans or Instagram bans, then please message my Instagram bans, and I will send you the sheet completely for free, no strings attached. Step 2, monitor account status. Speed is everything. Once you've got a restriction, you need to be checking the account status a minimum of 3 times a day. Not once a day, 3 times a day. Whether that's you and VA, the model, or someone on your team. Someone needs to be watching it constantly. Here's why. The data we have from tracking 100 plus accounts show clearly that the faster you take action after a restriction, the better your recovery odds are. Speed is not just helpful here, it's one of the main variables that means whether you'll get your account back or not. Diagnose a setup problem or content problem. This is the most important question you need to answer before you do anything else, because the fix is completely different depending on which one it is. Content problem. Instagram flags post, not the account. Restriction is tied to specific piece of content, community guidelines ban. Fix. Delete the flagged content, don't archive it. Instagram can still see archived posts. I would also recommend deleting 3 to 4 pieces of content around that post as well. Setup problem. Instagram flagged the account. Now the signs for this: full account ban, integrity, or fraud flag. Just the issue at an account level. Full account audits are needed. New SIM cards, device, fraud score, tools connected. It's a deeper process and this takes a lot more time and data to have. Section 5. How to fix a shadow ban. The shadow ban gets its own section because it's the most common and the most fixable, but it's almost the most misdiagnosed. Most shadow bans are a mix of both content issue and setup issue, which is why you need to check your tracking data first before jumping to a fix. Once you've identified what you're dealing with, run through these 3 methods in order. Method 1. Remove flagged content via account center. Go into your Instagram account center. If posts are flagged as not recommended to non-followers, you will see them listed. Manually delete every flagged piece of content and delete a few extra pieces around them. Then wait 48 hours for the account to come back into the green. Method 2. Strip the account back. If Instagram isn't giving visibility on the flagged content, remove the profile picture, remove the link in the bio, remove the bio itself, sit on it for 48 hours. You're stripping every signal that could be flagging your account as a promotional OF account so the algorithm can reassess your account and fully clean it. Method 3. Meta rep. Both methods fail. You unfortunately have to escalate to a meta rep. Usually last resort, it works and obviously costs money. Section 6. New account setup. How to not repeat the same problem. When you're losing accounts regularly, the way you bring new accounts into the rotation matters just as much as how it does recovering existing ones. And here is a framework we use at Covalent. No eSIMs, no proxies, no VPNs. I know everyone loves talking about these technical setup, proxies, VPNs, rotating IPs, but here's the actual reality. Instagram is not stupid. The systems are designed to detect exactly that kind of thing. And when you create an account with an eSIM, a proxy, a VPN, you look 0% like a human being. Instagram is running signals in the background. Every time you create an account, the more of those signals that look off, the higher the risk the account gets flagged immediately. Keep it simple. A real device, a real SIM, and a real network. Rule 2. Take the warm-up extremely seriously. I would say anywhere from 10 to 14 days minimum. Everyone knows about the warm-up period. Almost nobody actually does them properly. Anything under 10 to 14 days is going to hurt the account's long-term trust score with Instagram. If waiting 14 days to go full activity feels too slow, then simply just have backup accounts that are already being warmed up and are ready to go. That's the move. Not rushing a new account that's going to get banned within a month anyway. Rule 3. Tier your account. Important versus expendable. Not all accounts are equal, and you shouldn't treat them like they are. At Covalent, we run Instagram accounts in tiers. Tier 1, the ultra important ones, protect them at all costs. 1 account per device, no sharing, no risky content being tested, no multiple logins from different people. The accounts generate the most revenue for you and treat them like they do. Tier 2, expendable accounts. You test and experiment stuff here. Multiple accounts per device is fine. This is where you test new content strategies. This is where you experiment with growth methods. Losing one of these doesn't hurt the business. Write it down, know exactly which accounts you can afford to lose and which ones you can't. The clarity alone will change how you manage risks across the whole operation. All of that feeds into 3 core principles that prevent majority of bans before they actually even happen. Keep your content behind the line. Between the content that builds desire and the content that gets flagged, you don't need to cross it to convert. Know where it is and build your strategy around staying behind it. If you're getting community guideline flags, the content strategy needs to change, not the appeal process. Number 2, never cold pitch OnlyFans in DMs. Sending unsolicited promotional DMs at scale triggers action blockers and fraud flags very fast. Engagement should be warm and relationship led, not blasting outreach to cold accounts. Getting the technical setup clean from the start. A real device, a real SIM card, no proxies, no VPNs. Proper warm-up tools. A messy setup is the main driver of the integrity ban and it feeds directly into fraud and deception flags. Get this right before you start scaling activity and not after you've already been hit. Quick recap, 5 ban types: account integrity, fraud, deception, community guidelines, action blocker, and shadow ban. Each one has a different cause and a different fix. When a ban hits, track everything immediately. Check account status 3 times a day, diagnose it's a setup or a content problem, then take the right action for what you're actually dealing with. Remember, speed matters and the data shows it. For new accounts, no eSIMs, no proxies, and 10 to 14 day warm-up. and tier your accounts so you always know which ones you can afford to lose and which ones you can't. If you're a creator and you want a team managing all of it, the account setup, the content strategy, the growth, the chatters, so that bans aren't your problem anymore. My Instagram is below, and that is what we do at Covalent. You can message me and we can connect. If you're building an agency and want to understand how we run this operation, stick around on this channel, drop any questions below, make sure to follow my Instagram, and finally, I hope you all have a great day. Peace.